you know, grief and all of that, like the most powerful thing is just the absence, the emptiness. Like, it's amazing that a 10-pound cat, the absence of that 10 pounds feels like a 2,000-pound, you know, just the elephant not in the room. I catch myself constantly, you know, thinking, oh, I need to put his food out, or I expect him to come up the stairs, or I literally would be talking to somebody about what happened and then going in my front door, and as soon as I'm putting the key in the lock, like, I have that momentary surge of excitement thinking that I'm going to see him when I walk in, as I used to doing. So it's just, it's very weird and disorienting, and it's just, you know, obviously this is the new world. Okay, so I'm going to put a few other things into the casket. I'm just going to talk briefly about what the significance is of those things. And so he had another little catnip item, little pillow here that he hadn't used this in a while, but there was a time when he really liked this, and he put it under his little head. It's a cat-sized pillow. He actually has a much nicer pillow in his casket here. But, and by the way, nobody should feel obligated. Don't feel like if you're not looking because you feel like I don't want you to look, whatever you want to do. He's handsome, he looks great, so feel free at any time. So I'm going to put the pillow in there. I'm also going to put in these little balls, these little foam balls, which are actually hard to get this exact kind anymore. I don't know if they were. Oh, I think Ronette's here. Yeah, come on.
Hi.
Hey, come on in.
Should I leave the door open now?
Yeah, there was noise. There was noise.
Yeah,
that's
some people were walking by talking.
Come on in. Ronette, Miguel, this is my friend Pat. Jerome, you may remember from last time, this is my friend Marty, and that's Dorit. Good to see you, Miguel. Good to see you up on your feet.
Good to see you, yeah, thanks.
You've been having a tough year.
Yeah.
I was just putting some things in there and talking about what the significance is. So, he used to love to play. I talked about in the email, baseball, where he batted the ball. We play, if you watch any of the videos on YouTube, there's videos of him playing what they call soccer on the bed, and he loved these, and so he'll definitely want these to keep him occupied as he waits for me. So I'm going to put those in there for him too, and this toy right here from my mom and dad are on the phone listening in. This is just this little stick, little spangly baton kind of thing, and he hasn't played with this toy in a long, long time. I mean, like probably 18 years. But there's a lot of significance to this toy, because this was one of the toys he got as a kitten, and he and Daffy had. And when they flew here to California, you know, I put toys in the carriers with them, or had Aaron put toys in the carriers with them for the journey. And this was the toy that was in his carrier when he went missing. So when the lady came down to me at the cargo, you know, when I went to go pick them up at LAX, after this long wait and wondering what's going on, as I'm sitting there with Daffy waiting for Dizzy, she comes down carrying this and says, "Your other cat is nowhere to be found." And so, even though this toy was something that, you know, was not anything that ever interested him, and maybe he had a negative association with it after it had been in the carrier. I always, you know, I never forgot the significance of this, and I thought, would it be, I hope it doesn't haunt him in the afterlife if I put this in there with him, but it's a really meaningful. It was a really meaningful event. I mean, he was so traumatized when this happened that when we got to the new apartment, he hid for like 3 weeks. He just climbed up on a little shelf in the walk-in closet, and I mean, it was hard work to get him slowly out of there. And he is not a cat who is, you know, that phaseable. You know, he really goes with the flow and rolls with everything. You guys want to sit, by the way, please do. Anyway, so the baton, passing the baton to him, and then of course, can't go to the afterlife without a toy mouse. Even though in real life, if he saw a mouse, he'd probably be more scared of the mouse than the mouse would be of him. He was very much a house cat. And then Fancy Feast is salmon pate, nothing but the best. This was something that, unfortunately, for much of his life, he didn't get to have because he was on special prescription foods for different things. But his appetite was legendary, and he did love this when he got to have it. And so there's a little something for him to nosh on. That's like a Yiddish term.
Yeah.
Jerome. And then I'm putting some photos in with him. Photo of him and Daffy together. A photo of him and me. I actually had a different photo in mind, but this is the one where he's trying to help me with the crossword puzzle. I didn't.
But that's why you never wanted Stanford.
Yeah.
You look at this picture, you know, it's just, it's really meaningful because you could just see, like, we are simpatico. You know, like, there's a lot of communication happening in this photo, even though no one's talking.
90% of text communication is nonverbal.
That's right. And then this was Dizzy on his 19th birthday, looking as handsome as ever.
Wow.
In February. And then this was some point in the last year, just again looking fabulous. And then another one of the photos where he's commandeering the remote control. It said he ruled the TV with an iron paw, but fortunately for me, he loved baseball, so I let him do it. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little catnip in there.
Get him high.
Because, yeah, you don't want to.
Well, if he wakes up, he's going to be very disturbed.
And I'll have this out there too if you want to sprinkle a little in the graveyard. I mean, in the grave. So, all right. So I'm going to just read one more. Well, I'm going to read two more things, but I'm going to read one more thing. It's again another variation on the theme of what we had just heard. Sorry, I made a little mess with this catnip. So this is called My Forever Pet. It's by Suzanne Taylor, and it goes like this. There's something missing in my home. I feel it day and night. I know it will take time and strength before things feel quite right. But just for now, I need to mourn. My heart, it needs to mend. Though some may say it's just a pet, I know I've lost a friend. You've brought such laughter to my home and richness to my days, a constant friend through joy or loss with gentle loving ways. Companion, friend, and confidant, a friend I won't forget. You'll live forever in my heart, my sweet forever pet. So I'm going to play one more song. It's not sad, and it's relatively short. You can stop the... Oh, well, actually, I'll just say I'm going to play song Wildflowers by Tom Petty. And again, I think it's self-explanatory in terms of the vibe we're going for here. So I have lyrics just in case people want to follow around. So